What's up? Welcome back. We are your Colorado real estate family, and today we're going to be talking about Denver and whether or not that market is trending up or trending down.
Yeah, there's all this talk right now how so many markets are going down because of the economy, because of inflation, because of those high interest rates, but the only thing that's really going to tell us whether or not the market is going down are the numbers, right? And March numbers were just released. Let me give you the very broad version of that. What do we look like in March when we are talking about those median sales prices in Denver, Colorado? So overall, if we're talking about your attached and your detached, your single family and your condo townhouses and row homes, you had a median sales price of $575,000, and that was actually up 4.45% since March of 2023. And so if we go back 24 months, was that up or was that down? That was actually up 3.6%. So those are some good numbers. Let's break it down a little bit further though. If we do just your single family or your detached properties, you had a median sales price in March of 2024 of $660,000, and that was up 7.32% from 2023. The bad number though is that it was actually down 0.75% from 2022. I think a big reason for this is because 2022 was hot, guys. I mean, this is before interest rates really blew up. And so there's probably selling houses for way over list price. That whole, buyer's war thing was going down. That's probably why this number was down. The other interesting number though is when we are talking about your attached, your condos, townhouses, and row homes. Quick median sales price for that is going to be $389,000, and that was up 3.01% year over year. But if we go back 24 months, that one was still down 1.07%. Chelsea's going to dig in a little bit deeper on these numbers, but make sure you do stick around until the end, because what we're going to do is we're going to kind of tell a story of what we think these numbers are showing us and what this real estate market's going to look like in 2024.
All right, so the first thing that you guys always ask us is, are there a lot of listings? Are people holding off? We did see when the interest rates kind of went up, people were holding off putting their house on the market. People were holding off on buying. Is that actually the case now with these new March numbers?
Yep.
So when we're looking at residential, we're going to lump it into one whole thing, and then I'll break it down because it does tell a little bit of a different story when you're looking at residential, like attached versus detached.
Yep.
So let's talk about residential as a whole, including the attached and detached. As far as March 2024, when you're looking at active listings by month's end, this month was 5,849. How does that compare to last year? Last year at this time, it was 4,516. That is up 29.52%, which is huge. That shows that listings are now hitting the market and more than they were last year, which is pretty insane because that was before the big interest jump.
Yep.
Now, is it true that these new listings, so having listings on by month's end is different than like how many actual listings are hitting the market that month? So if we look at March for new listings, it's 4,913 this year in 2024. If we look back March of last year, 2024, it was actually 5,099. That is a decrease. So this time, last year there were more hitting the market. So then it, kind of makes you think, well, wait, so we have more on the market by the end of the month than we did last year, but we have more listings hitting the market last year than we do this year. So we'll get back to what that means as we go on. Okay, now let's look at pending, because this is where we start to see a different story, because you could make an assumption off those first couple numbers. If we're looking at everything as a whole, in March of 2023, it's 4,319. In comparison to 23, it was 4,017, which is up 7.47%. So pending homes is up from last year to this year, even though we are seeing more houses on market on month's end.
All right, guys, we're about to break these numbers down into your attached and detached products. But first thing first, if you are planning to call the Denver Metro your new home, make sure you give us a call or text that phone number right below. Right over there, we have assembled the best team of expert real estate agents to help you out with all your real estate needs.
And if you're not ready to purchase, no worries, but you're gonna wanna hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like this type of video, and then also hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time we put out a new video.
All right, let's go and dig back in.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about that detached product. So that's your single family home. We're gonna cover the same numbers and see if they're different from the detached. No, attached.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right. So the active listings at month's end for 2024 for the single family product was 3,944. How did that compare to 2023 in March? It was 3,163, which was actually up 24.69%. So yes, we are still seeing more listings on the market, this year in comparison to last year. Now, active listings hitting the market. So how many new listings hit the market in this month? It was in 2024, 3,483. If you're back in 2023, it was 3,561. That is down again 2.18%. So again, we're seeing that less listings hit the market, even though there was more by the end of the month. Okay. And the last one, pending. Pending for the single family product in March of 2024, 3,157 homes. Comparison to 2023 in March was going to be 2,781, which is up 13.52%. So we are still seeing more pending sales this year than we were last year in the single family product. Okay, let's go ahead and look at that detached. Does it tell the same story as the overall? The active listings by month's end for this attached product is going to be 1,905, which in comparison to 2023 in March, it was 1,353 homes. So that is up 40.81%. Okay, we do know there's been a lot of building going on in the Denver metro area, and a lot of them have been kind of these attached products, especially some of the surrounding metro areas. We're starting to see little downtowns be put in certain areas, and so this makes a lot of sense that we're seeing a lot of listings hit the market. How many of those were new listings? 1,449 in March of 2024 in comparison to in 2023. 1,538. So still down, and even more so than single family. So that is down 5.79%. Pending. This is something that I found very interesting and tells a very different story. So if you're looking at this month for attached product, pending is going to be 1,660, which in comparison to last year in March, it's 1,236. So that is the first number that shows it is down 6.15%. We had projected back then that we were going to start seeing, actually, and for a while when interest rates went up immediately, we started to see a shift in the attached product. We started seeing people adjust their price point and go to an attached product, and then we saw a bump in attached product sales. That is not showing, now that we're hitting springtime, to be the case. It's actually more popular to see a pending sale for a single family home.
Yeah, and so I think what we're seeing right now is, I honestly, to really give you a story about what this summer is going to look like in regards to real estate in Colorado or in the Denver metro area, we're really gonna have to see April, because April is when our market really does hit. And then also there's that huge question whether or not interest rates are gonna go down. Jerome Powell just announced that, he's waiting to see that them raising interest rates did tamper down inflation. He wants to see more evidence before he starts to cut those rates down. If that cuts down though, and there are many people who are saying this, watch out, because the market's probably gonna get flooded like crazy with buyers. Us personally, we have buyers who are on standby right now. They're like, I'm waiting to see what happens this summer. I'm waiting to see what happens with the interest rates. And there's a lot of buyers who are thinking the exact same thing. So I think those interest rates are going to be the huge pivot, where if they stay steady, we'll probably have something similar to 2023. If they go down, watch out. It's going to be gangbusters up in here. It's going to be buyers everywhere, bidding war potentially. It's going to be pretty crazy. So we just have to see what happens with these interest rates. That will really tell what happens with Denver's market.
Okay, so there's another thing that we didn't cover that I think is also telling the story that this is where the projection is going, and that's the days on market. We're constantly looking at, are we steady with days on market, or are we starting to see that decrease? So I did want to cover a little bit of kind of the overall. So with residential, so this is going to be attached and detached product, days on market from last year. So March of last year was 37 days on average days on market. This year it is 40. It came down from last month, 46. So we are seeing from month over month from last month a negative 13% days on market. So we are already seeing that days on market has significantly decreased for the overall. How many of those days on market are those affected based off the product? In comparison to last year, the days on market for that attached product is actually 39 March of last year to 39 here. So no change in days on market for the single family product. But when you look at the detached, it actually has gone up. So I think that is what is affecting that overall. So the days on market for the attached products, so that's your condos, townhouses, March of last year it was 33 days, and this year it's 42 days, which is actually up 27%. So I do think that that is playing a part in the overall days on market, because it's stagnant for the single family but not for the attached product. So, all those numbers, just to say or ask ourselves, do we think that the Denver metro market is crashing? I don't think so. In fact, I think that the trends, even though they're slow and not as like dramatic as say like in 2022, I think it's actually trending the opposite. And I'm hopeful that as we see rates go, that might just be the start line.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, guys, like think about Braveheart, right? Where he's in there, hold. As soon as he says to go, those interest rates go down. That's gonna be the buyers flooding the market.
I also just pictured Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yep.
You went Braveheart.
Yeah.
This is like that when some of you were like, oh, we like hearing both of you on camera because you get the boy and the girl perspective.
Yep.
That was a perfect example
Yep.
of Braveheart versus Black Friday shopping. Okay, anyways, guys, we covered a lot of numbers today. If you have questions, please let us know. Also, if you like this type of videos, will you give us a thumbs up? Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're notified every single time that we put out a new video.
And of course, guys, if you are looking at purchasing real estate and the Denver Metro up to northern Colorado, we're talking about Fort Collins, Loveland area, make sure you give us a call or text that phone number right below. Right below, right there. I had a little bit of a tune in my voice there.
Right below.
We have the best team of real estate agents to help you out with all your real estate needs. Till next time, we love you. Bye.
Bye. My face is like... Something's wrong with my lip. It's twitching. And